Amy Shark.
Seany B.
Hello. Always a pleasure to chat to you.
Thanks for having me in your new
The new studio. You like the new
studs.
digs?
It's awesome.
Yep. We've got the little recording studio on
I
the
know.
back. Yeah.
It's like fully legit, man.
It's a vibe.
It's
yeah,
great.
it is. And I'm very excited because I did it because I love diving into records track by track, because I feel like sometimes in the radio interviews, we don't really get to go in depth into, we talk about the single.
Yeah.
We don't get to talk about the other songs.
Yeah.
And I know this album for you, I mean, you said it's your proudest musical moment.
Yeah, I guess it is. It's hard because you feel like you don't want to pick favorites out of your children of albums, but it's I feel like it's taken me to my fourth album to really understand what I really like and don't like doing, and having the confidence to know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's all in all, it's been a really enjoyable process, whereas some campaigns can be a bit trying.
Totally.
So I guess this is all just feels great, and it's come out in the music.
Yeah, and it really feels like you. Like, it feels very authentically you. Not that your music doesn't seem like it's authentically you, but there's just something about this that just seems really
this is like back
real.
to basics almost. Yeah.
Exactly. Like the reason we fell in love with you in the first place, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
That's great.
And you wrote it in under 30 days.
Mm.
Is that right? Wow. Because I was watching you've done a little documentary series on YouTube, and I watched a couple of the episodes because I love hearing artists talk about their creative process.
Oh, good.
And you we're documenting the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I'm glad I did that because it's funny. I go on YouTube every now and then, and I'll read it gets the weirdest people on YouTube, but there are people that randomly find it who are just so into studios or different what sound desk is she using, and I'm like, this is great. I'm so glad that it's there.
Yeah.
Because I feel the same. As an artist, I love watching the process of some people.
Same.
And I feel like obviously there were some days that were really hard or whatever, and I don't look great. I'm very not glammed in this little documentary series, and I think it's important for artists to hopefully it inspires, and hopefully it just gives people a bit of a encouragement.
Absolutely. And I feel like with you are such an artist, and there will be so many people that look up to you, whether it be kids, whether it be artists that are trying to make it. And I think going onto YouTube and watching a series where you're unpacking everything for them would just be so helpful. I used to do that because I used to be a musician, and I remember I would go on YouTube and I'd watch videos of Darkchild in the studio, and I'd zoom in on what program he was using and what beat pad he was using. It's just it's exciting for the music
and
nerds.
it's just if you're thinking about doing it, I feel like it's motivating.
Yeah, absolutely. You talk a lot about the videos about cohesion. Do you feel like you finally understand what artists mean by creating a world when you were creating this album? Because I feel like you've really created a world. The music videos are all very cohesive. They're very raw. I mean, you look at the fluffy vinyl. I still can't get over the fluffy vinyl. I feel like you've really created a world for this album.
Yeah. Do you like how many times I said cohesive? Because every time I say it, I want to hit myself. I'm like, Amy, stop saying that word.
I will watch this interview back, and I'll realize I said so many times, and I'm like, stop doing it, bro.
I say all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
see?
Yeah. You don't realize.
So yeah, I do. I feel like I fell into it. And I think that's the best part about it, because I'd never done it before. So I wasn't even, I knew that I wanted this album to sound, I'm going to say it again, cohesive, because I had never had an album from start to finish that felt like that. It was just more, I'm going to write a bunch of songs, and then I'll go to LA and I'll write more songs, and then I'll go to the UK and I'll write more songs, and then we'll bring them all back to Dan Hume, and it's like, have fun with this mess, try and make it sound like the rest. Whereas this one, writing it all myself and then working just with Dan was just so clean, and it felt really special. And then the world just started happening while I was there. It was when I came up with Soft Pop, and that's what it's going to be called. I just started getting so creative, and it was exciting.
Yeah.
It's so exciting when your songs are coming to life, and things had been a little shit in my life, and I'd just been a bit down, and just and to have this as this anchor that I really focused on, and just having that thing that was just coming to life was just So cool. And yeah, so now when I see people, I think Charlie XDX, I watched a couple of her interviews, and
I love
she
watching her
always talks
interviews.
about, like, she's
Mm,
on another level. Like, man,
she
I
is,
don't know
isn't
how
she?
she does what she does, but I felt like on a 2% part, I was like, I know what this feels like now. I
Yeah.
know what I'm doing. I know every song is like feeling good, and they all go into, it's like a nice body of work to listen to, and the art's cool, and it just all started coming together. So,
I think she's inspired so many people with Brat,
mm,
just seeing what she's done, especially for how long she's been around for. And we've always known about her, but that was really her moment. Like
yeah,
so many years into her career,
yeah,
and she did create a world.
yeah,
And yeah,
yeah. And I mean, I don't want to quote this because it's probably not right, but I don't feel like, I mean, she's intentional in some ways, but I feel like the creative process is, it's so pure to her that I think that kind of accidentally happens with her too. It's just like organic,
yeah,
which makes it feel real.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm so excited for the new album because I'm just so intrigued to see where she goes
Yeah,
next.
I
She
know.
must feel so much pressure, hey, because I think everyone's
Yeah.
like, right, we're ready for the next Brat. And she's like, hang on, guys, I'm doing something completely different. You might not like it, but I like it.
Yeah. And
And I
I
love
think
that.
that's what's great. And I think that's what I've learned over time is like, as long as I like it, as long as I think people now are so, with the way the world is, and like TikTok and everything, like
Mm.
I think people are so tuned into seeing what is forced or fake
Mm,
or,
they are.
you
In a
know?
world of AI too.
Yeah,
Like there's
yeah,
so much AI
exactly.
content out there. And I've been doing a lot of research into this too. And those really highly produced videos don't go as well as raw content. People
Yeah.
just love to see you pick up the phone and
Mm,
just talk into the camera.
yeah.
And you don't need any of the fancy transitions or any of the fancy
Yeah.
text on there.
It
Like,
just it just people are now so aware if you're trying to force feed something,
yeah.
and so yeah, it's so important for you to just be on your own journey and being
Mm,
like, hey, I'm getting off on this. If you do too, that's awesome. But
yeah.
I am, as long as you're the one,
Yeah.
no matter what, and you're loving what you're doing, I think it has a natural way of getting out there.
hmm
So,
Totally.
mm.
Absolutely. Shall we dive into the album?
Oh, yeah, sure. I
Well,
didn't even know
let's do
this
it.
is what you're
We're going track by
doing.
track, baby.
Hectic.
All right, track one, the biggest dick, and we can say that because we're not on the radio. We can call it dick. We can
Dick,
say
dick,
dick.
dick, 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 dick.
So first single, first song that you worked on, and then you came back to it later because you knew it needed more love.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Talk me through making this one.
This one was super fun. Obviously it was one of the first ones I remember in my month of writing it at home alone. And you can hear it because um first morning in months, didn't think about you once, got coffee on the way. It was literally that day. It was like, when something's on your mind so much and you finally wake up and it's not on your mind
Mm,
and you're like, maybe I've made progress. So I was literally like out of practice in songwriting. Like I was shit. I was really bad. It was really hard to get going again. Like I
yeah.
hadn't written in a while, which is
God, that's
weird for
crazy to
me.
me because I feel like you are so busy. You're making movies, you're doing Australian Idol. Like, I mean, no surprise when you actually think
Mm.
about it, but
It's funny though, man, when music becomes your main job. I remember the day that I became a musician. I was like, wait, this is all I do
yeah,
now? That's crazy.
yeah.
And I've been so well prepared for all these years because I've just been, constantly songwriting. And like anything, you have a lull. It's
Mm,
like it just happens.
yeah.
And yeah, I just hit that lull. I hit a few things, few hurdles that made me just be like, I actually hated my guitar. I just like didn't want to look at it. And even when I was on my acoustic tour, I remember anytime my tour manager said, hey, do you want me to leave your guitar in your room? I'd be like, no.
No,
Why? No.
no.
When am I gonna have time?
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
there's so much time. But
Yeah.
so anyway, I was out of practice. So the biggest stick was literally just me practicing again, and 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 the best thing about this whole album is I didn't overthink anything.
Yeah.
Like when I came out with that first opening line, I was like, sounds cool.
Yeah.
And it's real.
Yeah.
So
Even
um
though the album's stripped back, the writing's not small. That's something I noticed.
yeah.
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 I think it's some of your best
Oh,
songwriting.
thank you,
Yeah.
man.
So
Yeah.
descriptive and yeah. Like almost well, I know you quote them at some point in the album, but like how Taylor and Gracie Abrams write, just like this new age of songwriting where everything's just so descriptive and
Yeah.
the analogies, you're like, wow, I've never thought of it like that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think when you start getting in the swing of it and songwriting. I mean, being
Mm.
an artist, you just like, when it's happening.
Yeah.
When you're like, okay, I'm going to stick on these chords for a minute.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick on this melody because that's cool. And then if you can fall into, a nice pre-chorus and then the chorus. And I think with this one, the chorus sounded like a nursery rhyme. And I just remember seeing Phineas say once, he was like, man, it's like nursery rhymes are the key. And I
Yeah.
was like,
They
nursery rhymes are
totally
the key.
are, aren't they?
So,
Yeah.
and then biggest dick, I mean, Jesus, who hasn't dated a
Oh,
big
exactly.
dick?
Yeah.
That's just like you never forget it, and just that, just like a fun heartbreak song, really.
Yeah. And the
Yeah.
fact that you could rhyme dick with ick, and then there's a radio version for us,
Beautiful.
which was great. Very
Amazing.
appreciative of that.
Yeah.
What are your 5 biggest icks
Biggest icks.
in a relationship?
In a relationship, I don't like when someone can't admit they're hungover.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they're just like, no, I'm just
Yeah.
like in a really bad mood.
Yeah,
and have
bro,
no
you're allowed to be
patience.
hungover.
Like, no, you're hungover.
Yeah.
Please admit it.
Yeah.
And it's funny. I don't want to. I just feel like if I start rolling them off, I'm gonna
Go on a
upset him.
tangent. Oh, no. They will know. You'll be like, this is about me.
Yeah, no. I mean, there's so many. What's
There's
yours?
so many. Oh,
What's yours?
biggest
What's
icks.
yours about a girl?
My biggest icks, I would say, are. Oh, actually, it's a hard question, isn't it? I would say when I don't know, I don't like moody people.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like, and you're allowed to be in a bad mood, but I don't know. You know when people just make that their personality?
Yes.
I'm just like,
yeah, just cranky
like,
at the
yeah,
world.
exactly. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, cranky at the world. Like things could be a lot worse.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I think that's one of them. I think, nagging, nagging is a bit of an ick. I mean, look, I'm very big on personal hygiene.
Yes.
That's one. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Personal
that's like the
hygiene's
main.
important.
Yeah, that is the main thing.
Yeah.
man.
That's yeah. I had
Yeah.
an ex who didn't wear deodorant, and that was like I get like some people don't want to wear deodorant, like, but yeah.
You need to smell nice.
You need to smell nice,
Yeah.
exactly. You know, get the natural stuff if it's not a big deal. I don't know. I could go on all day.
Yeah.
But much like you, I think people will know.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Well, let's go into it's kind of hot. I mean, this is a playful love song about tiny everyday things that you find kind of hot. I love, like, when I read the title, I was so intrigued to see what this song was going to be about because I
Yeah.
saw you started teasing it before I heard it. Yeah, and it's a cool song. I mean, you got the great details with the window seat, the toothbrush at their house, talking business on the phone, being on time. And it all started from you saying it's kind of hot to your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think yeah, it was almost just like a joke at the start. Like when you zero in so hard of what someone does, and then at the end you're just like, it's kind of hot though.
Yeah.
It's like, it's just so funny.
Yeah.
But it's what it's like, when you are so infatuated with someone and it's like early days. And like I say, you like bring them up all the time. Feels good when you bring them up in conversations.
And you don't realize you're doing it either.
Yeah, you don't
sometimes.
really. Yeah, that's it. Your whole body goes into this shock.
Yeah, I know.
It's like,
have you ever had someone say, do an impression of me? Like if someone says, oh, do an impression of Amy. And then that happened to me upstairs.
You just go,
and they started bringing out my partner. All the, like, oh, Mariam this, Maz that. And I was like, do I talk about her that much? And they're like, yeah, you do all the time. It was Nick Kelly. He was doing an
really?
impersonation of me. Yeah.
Oh, see, that's beautiful.
I know, but I'm like, I'm proud of that.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
But you don't realize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the coolest part in life, when you experience that. Like, hope everyone gets to experience that, even if it ends in a big toxic mess.
Yeah.
I just think it's such a beautiful thing, and I love writing about it because it is just like this, and it's a world thing, like, and it's such a big part of people's lives.
Yeah.
Is that first initial, wait, I think I love you. Like,
Yeah.
I think I really am into this person.
Yeah.
Like, so yeah, that was a real fun one to write.
Yeah. It's great. It's a great song. Yeah, it's one of my favorites on the album. Mike was just asking me outside, "What's your favorite?" I think it's kind of hot and Child of Divorce, which is the
Oh,
next song. Yeah,
yeah,
I really
nice.
connected with this one when you dropped it. I actually did a video on it on the Today FM Instagram. It was like top 5 songs I think being
Oh,
released
thank you,
today.
man.
Yeah, great.
Are
It's
you?
yeah. What's that?
Are you?
I'm a child of divorce. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't even remember my parents being together. They got
Yeah.
divorced in 2000, so I would have been like 5.
It's probably a better
Yeah, well,
situation. That was similar to me.
I
Yeah.
actually don't mind.
Yeah.
Like it's never been an issue
Yeah,
for me. I'm glad
you
my
don't
parents
actually
aren't
remember
together.
them being you weren't
Yeah,
like a unit
yeah,
and then yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
But I kind of love how you go into this in this talking about all these. I'm a bit scarred from being a child of divorce, and your partner does all these things, and like it's just being
Mm.
treading carefully and understanding that. Like
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really cool concept.
Thank
Talk
you.
to me about wanting to put this into a song.
Again, it was like not overthinking. A lot of things just came out and I think it's a nice little homage to the my relationship and cuz I think, I everything's obviously everything I write is very autobiographical.
Mm,
So, and you just hope that people can relate, I guess.
mm,
But, you know, he has such a beautiful family and has never even come close to experiencing anything that I have and I think like some stories I've told him and like he's just like, whoa, you know,
yes.
um, and just really understands. And I think I think it's one of those things where I have friends now where they are going through a divorce and they're just so scared that their kids are going to they're just so scared for the kids.
Yeah.
And I'm like, babe, look at all of us. We're
Mhm.
all kids are divorced. Are you okay? I'm
Yeah.
okay. We're okay.
Exactly. Yeah.
We're
We're
going to
all right.
be okay. But I think what makes it even better is if in life you can find someone who just gets it. Who
Yeah.
gets that there might be a couple of little issues that have sprung from whatever your home life was like
Yeah. You
or
don't even realize sometimes.
no.
It's not until like the last 5, 10 years I've really realized that I was probably quite scarred from a lot of things from my childhood, or I
Mm.
had seen. I mean, there would be situations where you'd be in an argument or something, and some ways that I would handle that situation, which aren't me, but I think because I saw that as a child, that's just
Yeah.
what I learnt.
Yeah.
And I think when you're an adult, you start to realize, oh, that's actually not okay, and
Yeah.
you learn from that. But I feel like it's made me grow more as a human,
Mm.
like going through that. And I don't ever go, oh, poor me, like
No,
it kind of
yeah.
it's almost like character
Oh, it's
develop,
character
yeah,
building, and
character
like
building,
I say
yeah,
it all the time. Like, man, kids with baggage and things way cooler,
yeah,
way things to talk about, and
yeah,
it's But yeah, it was a real. It felt good writing it. It has like I was just happy with the story and the melody, and
Mm.
yeah, it was like a nice different thing to write about.
Yeah, yeah,
It sounds a lot more tortured and sadder than it is.
yeah. It is when you actually
When you
listen to the
read the
song.
title,
It's
you're like, oh, this is going to
oh,
be a
this could be
lot,
hectic. Yeah,
but it's quite a
but it's
nice
not.
like
It's almost
yeah.
healing.
I
I
mean,
feel
it
like it would
has
have been healing to write that.
Lollapalooza in it.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. But yeah, it just feels like a very healing song. I don't
Yeah,
know,
that's
like
what I
and
wanted.
I think I don't really know many songs that are about divorce. Probably like Pink's Family Portrait, like
Yeah,
that's those sort of songs. But
yeah,
I think it's for a lot of people who have been through that. I think they connect with it a lot.
yeah,
I know I did. Our Last Fight's the next one. So this is one of the first songs that you wrote on the album.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah. I remember I had to leave this one for a bit because I just like it was sounding so egotistical, and I didn't like. I just like was hearing myself a lot. You know, when you look at yourself and you're like, maybe maybe I've been this real immature, pathetic human in my life. You know, when
yeah,
you start to remember things you've said and you're like, oh,
yeah,
wish I never said that. And our last fight was like, I was just remembering certain things. And I was just like, man, that was just so, a lot of this album is about so much insecurity and toxicity, but coming from a more secure place. Like, it's like,
yeah.
I've been able to,
Reflecting.
yeah, just be in a better place.
Yeah, and I was wondering that as I was listening to the record because I know you have a really beautiful relationship with your partner, and I was like, are you imagining yourself in these situations, or are you reflecting on a past version of yourself? Because you do. It's very personal. This record.
Yeah,
Mm.
the coolest thing about Shane is he doesn't ever ask what I'm writing about. So, and obviously being with him, a lot are about him, but
Mm.
I just have never been the type of artist to tell anyone exactly who it's about
Yeah.
because I think that's like, it takes a bit of the sexiness away. And also,
Mm.
I just love that he isn't the type of guy to be like, is that about me? Or I don't remember that. Or is that
Yeah.
about like,
That's good. He
what
just lets
date
you
was that?
go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's that was what really set this album off is reminding me there's no boundaries,
Mm.
um so in saying that, things like Our Last Fight are a number of things, and
Yeah.
I've always done that. I've always like had songs where it's not like about a particular, it's not always about this one person,
Mm.
or it could be like, well, he said that and that's the first verse, but then I remember this other thing that happened with this other person, and that ended up being the second verse.
Yeah.
So I that's the thing I love most about songwriting is it's a big puzzle and only I
Mm.
know how
Yeah.
it looks, which is I got to keep
Exactly.
something
Yeah,
because
100%.
otherwise, it's too much, like,
Yeah. The mystery, we love the mystery.
yeah.
Remember when Hilary Duff put out Mature last year and everyone's like, it's about Joel Madden? And she's like, it's not. You'll never know who it's about. Like,
Yeah,
I
which
love,
I think is better than if she sat down and did a big tell
yeah,
all. This is about this, and it happened then, and it
exactly.
happened like this. It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you could work
I
it. I
agree.
mean, you know enough about me, and you know enough about the story and the
Oh,
lyrics.
yeah,
So
exactly. Your fans do. Your fans, you have such a beautiful fan base. Like, every
they're
time
the
we run an Amy Shark
best.
comp, they are like
Oh,
the
I
answers we
know.
get through. Like, they're so nice and their experiences with you. And
Yeah,
yeah,
they
it's
know me
cool.
better than I know myself sometimes. It's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Next one's movies. Track 5. I mean, this is a very cinematic concept. Watching someone you used to love with someone else. I mean, it's based off a real life story.
I love this
Yeah.
song so much.
It's
Like I love it.
cool.
Like this actually, I had the month songwriting at home, but I had actually started this song much earlier when I was on the Songs and Stories tour. Because on that tour I was singing The Killers as the cover, Mr. Brightside,
Yeah.
and I always wanted my Mr. Brightside because I just like really connect to that song. I mean, so many people do, but like
Yeah.
painting it though as not him or her, it's like them.
Mm.
And now they're doing this, and now he's taking her home, and now they're doing this, and I was like, I wonder what my version would sound like. And then it wasn't until the movies came out. So the movies based on a real life story, and then the slow pan up from her knees. I was like, I think that's the best thing I've ever written. Like
Yeah.
I was just so excited about that melody and the visual of slow pan up from her knees to his waist, and now I can't breathe. Is like, I just was like, I'm back, like I'm so back,
Yeah.
and again, that song was so fun to write because who hasn't sat there
Oh,
and
100%.
before your eyes, whether you're watching on social media or not, you're just like, wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
It
Like,
captures that curiosity
yeah,
really
you're
well.
just like, yeah, you're just watching this play out in front of you, trying not to die.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it feels like a scene you never wanted to see. But,
Yeah.
we've all been there,
Yeah.
haven't we? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a really cool song. And then Like a Doll's the next one. This kind of shifts the energy of the album. I mean, it's
Oh,
more
I need a drink
physical
before this one.
and lusty. Yeah, I meant to say you've got a water there if you need it. This one's it's I mean, the opening idea, this was meant to be. That's what I've decided in my head. I mean, it feels like attraction mixed with danger and fate and bad decisions. Yeah, talk to me about the shift
Yeah.
at this point in the record. Where
I
did this come in
mean,
the writing process? Be like, okay, here we're going in this direction.
again, it just happened.
Yeah.
It was funny because like I'm like, this is gonna be my like singer-songwriter Jack Johnson moment where you can just, Tracy Chapman album where you can put on start to finish this beautiful album, and then I'm like, this got really fucking
Yeah.
spicy really quickly. Oh God, this song is just like, again, visually. I have to always, all my songs have started with like visually being able to paint the picture.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, I mean, uh, what's the words? Hold me up like a
Yeah.
doll.
Yeah. Against
Find a place in
wall.
the hall.
Something about
Yeah,
yeah, in the
find a
hole,
spot on
yeah.
the wall. Hold me up like a doll. I mean, yeah, it's
Yeah.
just hot. And
Yeah.
if you, I think every girl has this memory, and if they don't, please do it because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's just like it's just that bad girl song on the
What was your
album.
partner's reaction when you showed him this one?
He
It's like,
loved
"Is that
it.
about me?"
Yeah, yeah. I think he was close to asking that, but I
He
think he
did it.
also knows. So, yeah, just a really, again, I was in full memory mode where I was just like nothing was left unsearched, and there was so many files that I thought this case was closed, but then I just like kind of reopened a heap of things. And I think being in the silence, like I was so alone in my house, and
Mm.
I really, instead of having someone there in a studio where you're like, oh, so what do you think about this and that? I was left to my memory and my own devices. So it
Yeah.
was like, it just made me see more and focus more.
Yeah.
And once I started thinking about one thing, I was like, oh, yeah, and then that happened. Oh, that's right. And then we went there and then and that's the best thing I have is my memory because it's helped with so many songs.
Yeah.
And it's almost like a diary as well.
Yeah, and you have a great memory
Thank
too.
you.
Like being
It's
able to
a bit too
reflect on all
bad
this stuff.
sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wish I didn't have it. Some things I'm like, oh, I don't remember
Don't
that.
remember that.
But yeah, I freaking love Like a Doll. I think even just the name Like a Doll, it's
Oh,
just
it's
so
cool.
hot.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like,
I was so curious I love it when you see a song title and you're like, "What's this going to be about?" And then
yeah.
you actually listen to your song. I was like, "That's not what I was expecting."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think the whole dreamy, like it feels like a dream. It just feels like one of those songs where kind of feels like a club song. It's got this little hoedown in it. And it's got the
Yeah.
guitar to give it that anchor to make it soft pop, but
Yeah.
it's got that real, I call it my Lord moment where
Ah,
it's just
yeah.
like that 808 just drops in and just like holds you there like
Yeah.
full laser.
Yeah, totally. There's elements of this that remind me of Avril Lavigne too, like her
Oh
songwriting and
yeah,
her style. I
cool.
don't know, like
Yeah, totally.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
she man, she has got a great sensibility of mixing that pop acoustic but with
Absolutely.
energy
Yeah.
and not having to have everything thumping.
Yeah.
Like that was the biggest thing that I tried to do was I don't want big production, so the energy's got to come from me and it's
Totally.
got to come from the guitar.
Yeah,
Like
it reminded me of With You. There was elements. I can't remember what song I thought this on. It was With You. It kind of took me back to Avril Lavigne With You. Yeah.
might have been might have been not old enough to drive.
Yeah. Ah, yes, I think it was actually.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. They were like, I don't know what it was, but it
Someone
just
else
took me
has
back
said
to that.
that
Have
before.
they?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Hmm.
There you go. Next one's Ruins, which is one of the best storytelling songs on the album. I mean, you said it was probably the first song written from someone else's perspective, of someone looking at you. Reply to Mess Her Up is what you've
Yeah.
said. Yeah.
You've done your homework,
Yeah,
Seany B.
I have.
Impressive.
I was watching those YouTube videos. I was like,
I'll give it to you
Yeah.
because like I remember when I sent them all to like management, my whole team, and they're everyone was watching them, and I'm like, oh, are you gonna all hate me after it? Because I hated myself. I was like, oh, shut
really?
up,
No, I
Amy.
love it. I
Like,
love it.
that's
Because it just
good.
makes you think, especially for other artists, it's like, oh, I'm not the only one that does that. Like, you sometimes feel
Yeah.
like a weirdo. Like, am I the only one that sits here
Yeah.
and thinks like this and
Yeah.
overthinks this or does that? You know, I
Oh,
think
tell me about
I
it.
love it when artists do that.
Good. I'm
Yeah.
glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Which one? Ruins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh God. This was a classic case of I thought this case was closed, and then I was like, once I was really hitting my stride. Ruins was great to write. It was really cathartic because Mess Her Up was the song that I learned a lot of lessons in. Like I released it and I went out talking about it, and it was, obviously everything on my songs are real life characters and things that have actually happened. So I got a message from this girl being like, I can't believe you're just you're out there talking about it. And I remembered people have feelings. There's more than my 11 followers on MySpace listening to me now.
Yeah.
There's like a lot. And I wondered like how painful that would have been. I'm like, my whole life's changing at that time. And it was so exciting. And I just didn't think about anyone else. It was a very selfish approach. And now, I don't know, I just felt like I'm like, this this girl that so hard for me to do this because I don't ever want to say too much,
No, I know,
but I also
100%.
want to tell the story.
Yeah.
But she's such a good person and I just wasn't, and I was like, just because she can't write songs, like maybe I should write it. If she could write songs, what would
Yeah.
she say to me? And it was really full on to write,
Mm.
but I got so much out of it. Like,
Yeah.
it was actually just a really fun, different approach. Like, I've touched on so many topics, and this was the first time, a bit of a challenge, being like, what would she say to me? And yeah, it's a lot of people like this one.
Yeah. Almost
Uh,
feels a bit like a short film.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's super, like, walks you through everything.
Mm.
And heaps of, like, visual things about, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, no, I don't. I
yeah.
totally know what you mean. But I mean, it's so interesting, especially writing, a reply to an old song of yours too.
Mm.
Really, I mean,
Yeah,
I love the
I
idea of
wasn't
that.
I didn't set out to do that. That's just, like, upon reflection, I've been like, "Oh, that's, like, the reply to that one." And that was actually a bit of a ball ache in the studio. Like, I also hadn't written many bridges, and I'd written the "Take him, you can have him," like, that part, and then Dan was like, "That's too good for a bridge, babe." I
Yeah.
don't, and he's like, I call him the structure oracle,
Yeah.
and he calls me the bridge queen, and he was like, "We're restructuring this whole thing," and I'm like, "Great." So that turned into the chorus, but
Cool.
yeah,
I
it's cool.
love that. I love that. Next one's hotel towels. It's about the beginning of a relationship when someone starts taking over your thoughts. The key lines kind of, we hung out 8 days in a row. And I was watching a video where you were saying you and Dan struggled more with structure and arrangement than the actual song. Um, and you said it was killing you, but also the best it had ever been. And then Dan said that the chorus felt like something you would not have, you that would not have been in your last albums.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, that was the goal, is to use all different sounds. Like, I think a lot of producers, especially if they've worked with an artist over heaps of albums, they have like a folder of, like, go-to snares to
yeah,
bring it into, like, Amy Shark world. But, like, I was like, I don't want to use any of that. I just want all new,
fresh.
yeah, just a fresh sound. And
Mm.
yeah, he really understood the assignment. And Hotel Towels really, yeah, we just experimented a lot with that. But I also just, everything was in this album was always about the vibe, and
Mm.
it wasn't about mm, hitting crazy notes or doing crazy guitar shreds. It was like, is the vibe, have I delivered that the way I wanted it to
Yeah,
be delivered? And
totally.
do you get what I'm saying when I said, remember how it felt when we both dived in? And do you remember, do you, does it feel as fresh as what I want it to sound? And it feels so fresh, that song. Like, as soon as it comes on, I'm just like, it's like a soaring, just that jangly summer guitar.
Yeah,
And yeah, I love that song.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool. I always love your song titles. I remember when you put out
Titles.
"Can I Shower at Yours?" It's like, what's this gonna be? And it
Yeah,
just
well, it couldn't have been fall for you because
yeah,
that's
no,
boring.
it could, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that was the obvious choice,
Yeah.
wasn't it? But
Yeah.
how many songs are called "Fall for You"? Could have,
Exactly.
what's that
Man,
song?
you gotta give
Tonight could
these
be.
babies a fighting chance, you know?
Exactly. We're actually singing that in the office today. I remember that. Tonight could be the night that I will fall for you.
Fall for you.
See, and you could
Yeah.
have got mixed up
Exactly.
with that
Yep.
song.
Yep.
I know a place just up the street is the next one. I mean, the making of video of you talking about this one is kind of defining what soft pop is. Like, it
Mm.
kind of encapsulates the whole album in
Yes.
this record, I feel.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a stream of consciousness, this whole song. It was just like, which is how I kind of approached the whole album. But this one really was like, just stream of consciousness
Yeah.
lyrics that happen to just sound nice to the melody. And I just wanted that, that feeling. I think the Gold Coast probably leans into this one a lot. Like, only break I take is on a wave.
Mm.
It's like, it just has that coastal vibe, and I
Yeah.
was doing a lot of riding along the beach and skateboarding with my nieces and nephews, and it just has that cool surfy
It does,
kind
yeah.
of feeling to it, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah, because you're from the Goldie, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you live there now?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
I might as well live in Sydney, but I
Yeah, I know, like, you're always here.
yeah.
What's that like? Just, like, traveling so much, being away from home so much, like
It's, I mean, I changed my whole life around, long story, but
mm,
I like live on the beach now. I'm right near the airport. So
oh,
getting on a
nice.
plane's like getting an
It's
Uber.
easy.
And I kind of get the best of both worlds and,
Yeah.
home with the beach and my family. And
It's good you get to be home.
yeah,
Yeah, you wanna
yeah.
be close to your fam and stuff.
Yeah, it's important. The
Yeah.
older you get, you're more like, I need to be comfortable in my
Yeah.
last years on earth.
I know. Do you know what? Like, I'm from Tasmania originally, and Sydney's home for me now. I love it, but I really miss my parents, and I
Mm.
wouldn't move back there just because for my career, I kind of need to
Yeah,
be here. And me and my partner, we have a really great life here. And look, I'm a city boy. Like,
yeah,
considering I'm from a small regional town, I love the city. I
yeah.
love the city life.
I wish I love Sydney so much, but I reckon it's a place like I really you need to like really be here and
Yeah,
like find your people like
yeah. People say that a lot.
and
Yeah,
I'm just so yeah, I don't know, I'm a homebody and
yeah.
I
Oh,
don't
it's such
know.
a good lifestyle too. Done a couple of radio stints up there recently because Lucy and Nikki, who I do the other radio show with, they live there. And I'm like, "Oh, this is a good lifestyle." Like, I
It's
get
pretty
why
cool.
people love it so much.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Yeah.
mean there's beautiful parts of Sydney as well,
Oh,
but
totally.
I think Sydney is the prettiest city in the world.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're really lucky, especially when Vivid's on. Did you get to check out Vivid?
No, I didn't,
Oh,
but yeah,
we
it's
need to get you one of
awesome.
those opera house shows. They're always so good.
Yeah, I've
Yeah.
never done Vivid. I
Haven't
should.
you?
Yeah.
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 It's like my favorite time of year now. Like,
Yeah.
people make jokes about how much I go to Vivid, but I'm like, I love getting around it. Like,
Yeah, it looks magical.
it's sick. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good and amazing. I go for the food mainly. Like, they do the in Barangaroo, they do the fire kitchen, which is like just all these different like they've got like little meat things and like different vendors and stuff, and it's just awesome. There's like this
Stop
wine
it.
bar that overlooks the
Yeah.
opera house, and
Oh,
yeah, if you get a chance,
so
check it
good.
out next year. It's really cool. But they also bring some really great artists over. Like, they brought over have you heard of K1? She's like this R&B artist. She's
No.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's got a new EP coming out this Friday. Yeah,
Sick.
it's always there's so much great stuff that
Yeah,
happens. Yeah,
cool.
yeah. All right, next one. Not old enough to drive. This song's about first love and first heartbreak. Yeah.
Tis.
Is it about your first love and first heartbreak or?
Tis.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. We all got 'em.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it was weird because I don't have too many songs. Well, yeah, many songs about this guy. But yeah, it was one of those things where I remember my partner being like, you should just write about anything. I don't even care if you write about old mate. And like, every girl's got
How old were
an old
you?
mate. I was 17.
Yeah, right. So really young.
Yeah. I think we were like on again, off again for like till I was maybe 19.
Yeah.
But the one that you just like you
Yeah.
just attach everything to. And it was cool to write because I really remembered how destroyed I was. I was just such a shell of a little girl. Just you never think you're gonna be the same,
Yeah.
And it's like it's so molds you to the woman you turn into, and those times are so crucial.
Mm-hmm.
You think like there is nothing worse in the world, but it's like it was so important
Oh,
to go through what we all go through in our first
totally. Yeah.
heartbreaks. But yeah.
Yeah. My favorite line is, why is it always the first one? They teach you everything, then run. And I'm like, oh, a lot of people are
So
going to connect
true.
with that. It's
Yeah.
so true.
That's what I thought. I mean, I it's been a minute since I've had a big like quite a soaring chorus. Like when that sort of hits and it's like, take me for a ride. It's like, and the whole idea of just not old enough to drive is like you can see it. I could see myself. And I think a lot of girls, probably boys as well,
Yeah.
will just get nostalgic with it.
Oh, yeah. I got nostalgic with it.
And the
You
guitar
really do.
sounds so good. I
Yeah.
think that's what started the whole song is that guitaring. I was like, oh, this sounds so sick because the whole album is done in a different guitar tuning that I've ever done.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun.
And this was the one where you figured out that soft pop was going to be the album title too. I think at this point in the video I watched
Yeah,
on this one,
potentially.
yeah, you
Yeah.
were like, I think you said you found that album title around this point in making the record.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah. Because all I remember is I watched the James Blunt documentary
Oh, I haven't watched
up in
that.
the little attic I was living in. And well, I was in England, so
Yeah.
I was getting served obviously all the Brit stuff.
Yeah.
And he just went down to his band members before they went on stage and he said, "All right, lads, let's go make some epic soft rock." And I was like, "Oh my God, that's so funny," because he was just paying himself out all the
Yeah.
time. He's actually really funny.
Yeah. He's
And
so funny, isn't he?
so funny.
Unexpectedly.
Like,
yeah.
yeah, I really enjoyed that doco. And I was like, "Oh, I'd be soft pop." And I'm
Yeah.
like, that's kind of like owning.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it in Australia, you call something soft, you're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
it's like weak and
Says what it
whatever."
is.
And it's kind of like when Machine Gun Kelly's like called himself a sellout or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like I just thought it was cool. I'm like,
Yeah.
soft pop is literally what
Own it.
it's literally what we're making.
Yeah,
It's like,
exactly.
you know, soft pop. So I was like, I'm just gonna take that whole genre, baby.
I've
It's
just
mine.
clicked. That's why the album's fluffy and soft.
Because I
I'd-
was on a mad
Good-
tear. I was like,
Ah.
and then that made sense.
Yes.
So I was like, when I thought about the fluffiness, I'm like, soft pop.
Yes, I love that because I was going to ask why is that where did the fluffy concept come in, but that makes so much. I love it.
Welcome
Just
to my
owning it
world,
all.
Sean.
Yeah.
Welcome to my fluffy world.
And you got the oh no, it's not a fluffy jumper. I thought a second I was like, is that
didn't plan
fluffy?
this, actually. I just like, yeah.
I love that. And then we finish on Singapore Noodles. Now, you know when I said to you before, when you see a title of the song, you're like, what's this going to be about? And like the last song on an album is usually like this emotional kind of like, and it is. But I was like, how are you going to make Singapore Noodles emotional?
Same way I managed to say fearful, avoidant, codependent, Lollapalooza. I don't know how I got some of these words into songs. I was like, yes.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
did
But
it.
this is. I mean, this is there's this big emotional line in there about whether you will ever talk to your dad again, followed by ordinary takeaway food. I mean, it just encapsulates Amy Shark. I feel this song. Yeah.
Yeah. It was pretty funny because it was like, yeah, say the most heaviest thing and then be like, sweet and sour pork, fried rice, chicken. Like, you know, it's like, so, yeah, I love this song so much. And yeah, I had no idea how it was going to work. But I love how it's sort of like, it's hard to know when to go home because we're having so much fun.
Mm.
It's just those beautiful parts in life, hey, that that are so you think are so easy and mundane, but they're so fun. Like, you know, and I think for me, I was obviously writing at home on the Gold Coast, and I had this group of friends where we're actually called the Burger Club, and we go and just eat at different places and whatever. And when I was
Love that.
writing, they were this core group that if I turned up to dinner, it would mean I had a good day writing because Shane would be like, well, I was probably the worst person to be with because
Yeah.
you didn't know what mood I was going to be in. First few days, I was like, I can't come to dinner. Like, I got
Yeah.
a whole friggin' record to write and I
Yeah.
suck. I'm the shittest songwriter in the world. And then some days I'll be like, oh my God, I just got 2 great songs today. And I'm like, yeah, I'll come to dinner.
Yeah.
So anytime if I rocked up to dinner, they'd be like, yay.
Yay.
So it was cool. And I think like some of this song was like, you know, especially the ending. I just want the day to end with you and me and our best friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's
How
just
did
like,
you know it was the last one? You're like, this is going to finish the
ah,
record.
it's called Singapore
Yeah.
Noodles.
Singapore Noodles.
That's gonna finish.
What a way to finish the
I mean,
record.
it's like just the way. I mean, I kind of knew it was going to be the last one before I went to the studio, just with the emotion of it. And yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I always know what's going to be the last song.
Yeah.
And if I don't have it, I'll wait till I find it.
Yeah. I love that. That's
Mm.
so cool. I can't believe you did all this in under 30 days.
Me neither, babe. It was
That's a
like nearly
lot.
broke me. That's why I'm like, this is so amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get a little headpiece on and go out and Mel Robbins this shit. And be like, hey guys, you want to freaking do
You
something? You can.
Yeah.
You can, and you can.
I love that. You're obviously going to tour the album as well.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Have you thought about the tour?
Yeah,
Yeah?
of course. But you know what the best part has been is usually in a campaign, you're like, you'll have this big day where it's like, you got a single out and then the album's out and here's a tour sale and like and it's like so much. But for this one, I was like, can we just like focus on the
Chill.
music?
Yeah.
And it's been so nice to
Yeah.
just not, and seeing demand is nice. Seeing people be like, when is the tour? When can we buy tickets? I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
that's nice, because it's such a saturated
Yeah.
market. So I'm just like taking my time, and it'll be nice for people to listen to the record and enjoy it, and then be excited to see the show.
I think so too. And everyone knows you're so busy too. Like,
Such a busy girl.
you are such a busy girl. The
It's not
feedback.
that bad,
No.
Everything looks crazy,
Oh.
but I'm alright.
Yeah, the
I'll work
feedback
it
from
out.
the movie's been amazing.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
Did you watch it?
I haven't seen it yet because I was meant to come to the screening.
Nah, it's okay.
But why?
It's plenty of time.
Yeah, there was a reason. I haven't seen it yet, but
You will like it.
yeah, I know I like it.
I just know you'll
I
like
feel like
it.
you're having your $1 million baby moment, your Hillary Swank moment. I think I said this to
That
you.
would
you-
be the best movie. I've often
Yeah.
That's like one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
I love Hillary Swank.
Yeah,
But this movie's just gritty
yeah,
and like it's just it's freaking real. So
yeah,
cool.
yeah. It's on streaming.
It's on Stan.
Yeah, Stan.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
I need to watch it. I have been meaning to watch it. I was
Yeah.
gutted I couldn't come to the screening. We were going to.
Do you like fighting?
I
Like,
love
do
fighting.
MMA?
I love
mean,
Creed's like one
well-
of my favorite movie franchises.
What is?
Creed with
Creed. Yeah,
Michael
yeah.
B. Jordan. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I love like blood sport. Like growing up, I love Jean-Claude Van Damme and
Yeah.
like just Bruce Lee, and I just love fight movies.
sick.
And this one, the fighting in it though is so good. Like I've had random MMA fighters from around the world DM me going, "Wow, this fighting is like this is so good." And Dan has been hit up saying, someone said, "I can't believe you got a fighter that can act." And it's like he's like
Oh wow,
other way around.
that's
but
so sick.
it's just so real.
Yeah,
It's just like the fight scenes are sick.
yeah.
Yeah.
Has that opened up something for you to want to act more now?
Yeah, I
Making a
hope
movie?
so.
Yeah.
I loved it. I loved every part of it. And I got lucky, obviously, because I worked with amazing people like Dan and Russell, and the director Tyler was so good to me and patient, and really helped me work out the character.
Yeah,
And, it was just inspiring and just a totally different, for lack of a better word, beast to
Yeah.
to sink my teeth into.
yeah. So sick. Congratulations, God. You've just it's been a big 10 years for you. Like
Hasn't it ever?
your life has just gone bang, 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 and you've managed to stay around. Like I feel like a lot of artists go away,
Just
or
hanging in
kind of
there.
be but
You
you've
got to
like
work though, man.
yeah,
You
don't
gotta-
you
I
ever?
mean,
Yeah,
it's crazy.
don't you ever?
In
Yeah.
this little country of ours, you just got to keep grinding.
Australia's it's a hard one to
Mm.
do it, but you've done really well. There's so many artists that come and go, but you're killing it.
Thank you,
Be
man.
proud. This record's amazing. I can just hear you. I feel like you've just watching the videos. You've grown so much as a songwriter. I mean, you were already an amazing songwriter, but I just feel I'm excited to see where you take your songwriting after this as well, because
Yeah, I know.
seems like you've learned a
Like,
lot.
What comes after soft pop? I
Yeah,
can't see it.
I
Like,
know.
when you just like so focused on something,
Yeah.
it's like that's why I need it out. I need
Yeah.
it-
Is this a series now? So you do soft rock,
Mate,
then you do
talking to
soft
my,
techno?
my Michael out there about this. Who knows? I can
Yeah.
just start owning all of it.
You could do a little a
the
little
pops.
series like Ed Sheeran did with X Divide
Yeah, I know.
equals. Yeah,
I
that could be your
know.
thing now. I'm excited. Well, make sure you go grab the new album, Soft Pop. It's out everywhere right now. Amy, always a pleasure. Thank you for
Thank you,
coming
my love.
on.
This is fun.